By the time I get to Phoenix, she'll be rising. She'll find the note I left hanging on her door. She'll laugh when she reads the part that says I'm leaving, 'cause I've left that girl so many times before. Hi, I'm Glenn, and I'm here to do a tutorial for you on By the Time I Get to Phoenix. It's played by Glenn Campbell and written by Jimmy Webb. I think this song takes you back to about 1967, 51 years ago. And I probably learned it about 50 years ago. I don't remember how I learned it. I think I had a songbook by Glenn Campbell, but I can't find it, so maybe that's just something I dreamed. Anyway, I just pulled up on YouTube the recording of Glenn Campbell's original album version of this song and played the chords I'm going to teach you today with the recording, and they work. They sound right. So I think you can count on these being relatively accurate. They may not be perfect, but they're close. The only thing I'm not very sure of is the ending. I know, he starts out in F major, 7th, and he ends up on the chord of D and variations of D. And I just can't tell what variations of D that he's playing because they fade out really quickly. First of all, this is a song that is probably going to be a lesson in bar chords for some people. If you don't know how to play bar chords or you don't play many, this song has a lot of bar chords in it, at least the way I play it. And but it's good practice to learn how to do them so that they don't intimidate you. And about the only way I learned how to deal with bar chords is just draw a line in the sand and saying, I'm going to play this chord, this B minor chord, or this F chord, or this G minor chord as a bar chord, and from now on. And I'm going to learn how to do it. I'm going to learn how to make all the strings sound. If I play the G minor 7th, which is kind of the signature chord, so what I'm doing, like on that G minor 7th chord, and to explain the G minor 7th chord, I'm playing my index finger across all the strings on the 3rd fret, right behind the fret bar, and my ring finger here on the 5th string, 5th fret, and I use my middle finger to help hold my index finger down to keep me from getting too tired from playing. I can play that, G minor 7th without that, but I have to push harder with the index finger to hold the strings down. And if I use this middle finger to help hold it down, I don't have to push so hard with just one finger, and it keeps me from getting tired through the course of the whole song. So it's a bit of a crutch the way I play this. But I'm not the first guitar player I've ever seen do that. And, you look for tricks that you can use so you can get through a song and still sound good, or mostly good. So, what am I doing to play the right hand with this G minor 7th chord? I'm taking the thumb pick. I'm using a thumb pick. This is a Fred Kelly slick pick. And short fingernails. I play with these 3 fingers, index, middle, and ring finger. My nails are fairly short, not very much white showing, but I have strong, stiff nails, so I can make the strings that I pluck with my fingers sound about as loud as the thumb pick. So it works. I can't use long fingernails like some guitar players do because of the kind of physical work I have to do around our place, and I just would break the nails. So this is how I've adapted. So you hit the 6th string, playing this G minor 7th chord first with the thumb pick, then come down and hit the 4th string, and then you take these 3 fingers and hit like a chord cluster or a string cluster. So you're hitting the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string, and as a quick. So like that, the first, like in the middle of the 2nd beat, and then the 3rd and 4th beat you repeat that, but then you don't do the double pluck with all 3 fingers. You just do 1. So it's. I hope that makes sense. Now, I don't play it that way consistently through the whole song. I apologize for that. After all these years of playing, I tend to do a lot of stuff intuitively to just sort of make it work. And I don't always even know what I'm doing. I don't think about it. I just sort of make my right hand just figures out what to do. And I know that doesn't help you. So I apologize if I don't explain everything with my right hand, because half the time I don't know what I'm doing with my right hand. It just does it. Okay? And really, for you, it wouldn't be so bad if you just figured out what to do and just made it work with your right hand, because there's nothing scientific about this. This isn't E equals MC squared. It's just guitar playing, and nobody's keeping score. You can play it any way that works for you. So I'm just trying to share my insight, but I'm not trying to tell you what to do, because guitar playing isn't like that, at least, not for us hobbyists. All right. So that's how I play the right hand. So it starts out in the intro, F major 7th, which is like an F, but with an open E. And he has a string background going on in his original recording. Da, 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 da. Okay, so it's F major 7th to G minor 7th to F major 7th to B flat major 7th. Well, B flat major 7th is like, here's an A major 7th. Okay, so it's like, here's the A7 is here. And if you stick this middle finger on the 3rd string, 1st fret, in between the two fingers you'd normally use for an A7 chord, that's your A major 7th. If you go up 1 fret and put your index finger across the 1st fret, all 6 strings, you get a B flat major 7th, and that's what we're playing. F major 7 to G minor 7, F major 7th to B flat major 7th, and then into the first verse. By the time I get to Phoenix, she'll be rising. Okay, so this lick I'm playing, I'm kind of imitating a flute line that's used in Glenn Campbell's recording. He doesn't play this on the guitar. This is just me. And of course, you don't have to do this if you don't feel like it, but it adds interest to the song. What am I doing? I'm playing the F major 7th, and I'm taking my index finger loose from the 2nd string, which makes that sound, but I'm trying not to hit this open B string. And what I'm doing is I'm hammering on with my index finger onto the 1st string, 1st fret to make an F note. And then I'm pulling off, which means I grab the string a little bit with my callus and pull it. And I have to get my index finger then back on the 2nd fret, 1st fret to make that C note. and then I am hitting the 3rd string, 2nd fret, which is an A note. And you're kind of building that into the chords. So yeah, it takes some practice to fit that in there and not stumble all over yourself. So, don't feel discouraged if the first time you do it you go, I can't do this. Well, practice really does help. By the time I get to Phoenix, she'll be rising. She'll find the note I left hanging on her door. B flat major 7th. She'll laugh when she reads the part. So I'm playing a C9. Now, the normal way to play a C9 is to use these 2 fingers here, index on the 4th string, 2nd fret, middle finger, 5th string, 3rd fret. And that's a C major 7th if I don't do anything else. But when I cover up the bottom, the highest 3 strings on the 3rd fret, the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings, that is a C9. And you can play it that way, and I used to play it this way for years, and I still do if I have to strum the guitar. But in a finger-picking song like this, I can actually cheat a little bit, not have to do this, but just use my ring finger and my pinky finger on the 3rd and 2nd strings, 3rd fret, and just play this chord cluster, which still sounds, as long as I don't play this open high E string, 1st string, which doesn't belong in the C9 chord, I'm not messing up the C9 sound. So it's, she'll laugh when she reads the part. It says I'm leaving. I'm playing an A minor 7th, which is, here's the G minor 7th, G sharp minor, A minor 7th, 5th fret, bar, A minor 7th, then to a D minor. So that's this A minor configuration, but barred on the 5th fret. Here's A minor down here. And by the time you go up to the, B minor, C minor, D minor, okay, it's easier just to play it up here than it is to play it and then play D minor down here, and I don't think it sounds as good. 'Cause I've left that girl, B minor 7th, so many times before. So when you sing 4, before you hit an E flat, and an E flat would be, A configuration is here. So by the time you play A, B flat, B, C, C sharp, D, E flat. The trouble is this high up the fretboard, the fret wire is getting closer and closer together, and I'm going to have trouble playing an E flat like that cleanly. I mean, you can play an E flat here where you play a C chord and bar behind it, but I just hate doing that. I just don't like that. It just doesn't sound good to me, and I'm not very coordinated playing C chords and barred behind them. Some people are, but it's not my strength, so I tend to avoid that. So what I am playing is an E flat suspended 2nd. So then I got this finger available to help hold my index finger down, and I'm just playing the 4th string and 3rd string up here on the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th fret, and then down to a C7th to resolve the end of the 1st verse. 'Cause I've left that girl so many times before. So now I break out of this pattern, and I'm still doing the first 2 notes with my thumb, and then I pick up, the 3rd and the 2nd string with my index and middle finger. So I'm just sort of faking it there. Same with the C7th. And And I'm not even playing the high E string on that C7 chord because I don't think it really fits very well. By the time, second verse, I make Albuquerque, she'll be working. She'll probably stop at lunch, G minor 7th, and give me a call, F major 7th. Again, she'll just hear that phone, C9, keep on ringing, A minor 7th to D minor, off the wall. That's all. E flat, sus2, C7. Now the G minor, off the wall, he's got an extra measure in here that you got to cover. So I just play, add my index finger, off the wall. So I'm adding my little finger, first string, 5th fret, and then second string, 6th fret, basically making like a 6th and a 7th to match with that G minor 7th. To the E flat, sus2 and the C7th. Third verse, by the time I make Oklahoma, she'll be sleeping. She'll turn softly and call my name out low. B flat major 7. She'll cry, C9, just to think I'd really leave her. So A minor 7th and D minor, G minor 7th, but time and time I had tried. Okay, now see, he's changing now, getting ready to do an ending to the song. So he's preparing us for a key change here. Time and time I had tried. He goes from G minor 7th to C7. So all I'm doing is taking this ring finger and moving it down one to the 4th string, and then putting my pinky finger on the 2nd string, both on the 5th fret, to make basically this A7 sound, but up on the 3rd fret, which is a C7, right? But time and time I tried to tell her so. F major 7th, then to a B flat major 7. She just didn't know. G minor 7th to an A7, and that's where he really does change keys. She just didn't know I would really go. So you're going to a D now. And and so again, I don't know exactly what he was doing on the recording because they fade out so quickly. Like he's really going. But anyway, I would really go. So what I'm playing is a D to a D sus4, adding the G note onto the high E string, 3rd fret, 1st string. So this becomes a D suspended 2nd with an added C in the bass. And I'm not playing that pick that I showed you in the beginning now. I've changed to the basic pick. So my basic pick that I made up, and it goes like on the D chord you're going. So again, the thumb hits the first 2 beats. And the index finger and the middle finger hit the 2nd string and the 1st string in sequence. Except when I hit the D sus4, add the 1st string 3rd fret, the G note, I'm hitting that now with my middle finger. And coming off back to the D, and then taking my middle finger here on my left hand and going up to play the C chord. And that changes the D to a D sus2. And then I'm hitting the C note on the 5th string, 3rd fret. just resolve on the D chord. So I hope that helps, and thank you for listening.